one for the semifinals and one for the finals. You cannot compete with the same speech in twice. So you have to have two. Now, I had the power of words. I was struggling with another speech. And I had the speech titled, She Was 5. And I'm telling a story of a 5-year-old girl in Africa who, her parents died and she ended up taking care of her little, brother who was like 3 months old. And she had to work. And she was 5. And the story was touching and it was really emotional. It did not happen to me personally. A friend of mine told me that story. Now, when I told the story as a speech in terms of practicing, a lot of people came up to me and said, yeah, the story is beautiful, whatever, but it sounds made up. Or it sounds, people will not actually get it. And when you get to a point where you are just running that risk, that whatever you're saying, even though it's beautiful and it's touching, but it's unbelievable, then I would say make it. Or just try to slow it down and just make it unbelievable. An important thing also is, which I really like what you say, do not preach what you don't do yourself. And if you're gonna stand on the stage and send a message to people, live that message and be that message. I got a lot of offers to talk about smoking and how smoking kills, and I always say no. Why? Because I still smoke. Once I quit, yes, I will do it. But I'm not gonna preach something that I don't carry out as an example. Yes.
Hello.
Oh, here. Sorry. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am Nimesh Tokanwala. What I wanted to ask you is that you think that as a champion you will not be allowed to speak.
I'm not going to be allowed to compete. Yes.
Yeah. What is going to be your role in future? Since you're not able to compete now.
Well,
what are the activities you would like to do besides giving these lectures of this kind in toastmasters? Another thing, another request. Is it possible for you to narrate your second speech?
To narrate my second speech.
Yeah, the Africa doctor which.
Oh, it's gonna take time. I don't want to keep you guys up, but I will answer your first question. What's my next move? I've talked to all. When I competed, honestly, I was not thinking I'm gonna win. The winning was not in my mind. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go and compete and see how the stage is and have that experience. But I won, which was unexpected. So I started to call all the previous champions, Lance Miller and Darryl Lacron, all those folks. And I said, well, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. And they said, you are not a product of yourself now. You're owned by every toastmaster in the world. And keep in mind that you will not be where you are now, and you will not have that fame that you have if it wasn't for Toastmasters. Spread that message and spread that inspiration to whoever asks you. I get calls from Toastmasters all around the world, and my answer is always yes. Fly me in, I'll speak to you guys. And it's hectic, it's draining me, it's taking time out of my family and out of my job, but why am I doing this? Right after I won, they took me to this hall to sign my autograph, and this lady comes up to me with tears in her eyes. And she said, whatever you said changed my life. And I looked at her and said, you know what? Screw that trophy. Your words are worth to me than 1,000 trophies. And if I get a chance to do it again and again and again, I'll do it no matter how draining it is.